Hey folks, Brian. We just got done playing RQG tonight. Um, we last left the heroes being ambushed by Trollkin bandits and their leader, White Eye. And actually looking at the skills from this RQ2 module, well, actually RQ3, I got their RQ3 version. Whoa, talk about skill level imbalance. So I use spreadsheets to randomize all my encounters, kind of thing, right? So randomizes their age and randomizes their level and their skill percentages and their stats, and then I've got a bonus number that I've come up with based upon, I don't remember now exactly what, but it's got age and level factors involved with it. That then gets added to their skills, to show their experience, their progression. When you're older, you learn more, and when you actually experience things, you learn more. And so I was initially looking at the skills going, 23%, they're not going to hit a thing. I'll just double it. But then when I actually start putting it into a spreadsheet so I can print something out so that I can, take notes, I realized that, hey, if I keep this experience factor, which was like 26% for the Trollkin and 32% for the Troll, those numbers actually got close to, what the PCs were, like. Um, so I just ran with that. And was there something else? Oh, well, obviously I had to put rune magic in because White Eye at the spoilers, I guess, if you're still doing. I don't recall if White Eye is still in the new Rainbow Mounds or not, but um, you know, he's going to belong to a cult and he's going to have rune magic. Um, so I just did a little random rolling. Can't be calculator, which is pretty generic anyway. I didn't want to be a Zrex Randy. That would make it not necessarily a bit much, but a bit odd for his situation. So he's got, based upon his new level, so many rune points for rune magic, and he never got a chance to actually use those. In fact, I didn't even look at him. Oh, he's only got three. One, two, three. Well, he could have summoned a Darkness Elemental. That would have been cool. But never really got a chance to because the rest are rushed up on him, and he was in the tree line. He would have been preparing his blow for as soon as she came in range, he could nail her. But I completely forgot about his strike rank. I didn't have my strike rank dice out. Um, so she hit him. That's when I realized, as I'm doing damage, I'm going, holy crap, he would have hit her already. So she got her special against his regular parry, but she's got that um, Davin's dismiss armor, negate armor spell, sorcery spell on her axe, right? So we have a little minor discussion. Oh, it's all in the live play, by the way, between me and David. Hey, did we discuss this before? Does the shield count as armor, and will the negate armor work against it? And I'm going thinking in my head, it kind of makes some sense. So we made the resistance roll. She made it, so the negate armor went through the shield. Shield doesn't absorb any damage. Went to his leg. Did not go through his leg armor, so leg armor absorbed. But she did a slash. She did 17 points of damage to his leg. But he's got 7 points of armor. So that drops it down to 10. I've got 12 in here. Maybe she did 19 points of damage. Oh, she did 21. But because his leg can only take 6, he can only take 12. Well, 19. 19 of the 21. So his leg goes down to -6. He drops down. His hit points go down to 5. And that's when I realized, holy cow, his strike ranks before hers. He would hit first. So I just had to go simultaneous kind of thing. and because she had run up the previous round, the surprise round, so this all occurred in the second melee round. Um, but he got a special attack against her regular parry, and for some reason, in the RQ3 version of Apple Lane, White Eye is using a battle axe rather than a heavy mace. It could be because a heavy mace does a D10, although the print says a D8. And I don't believe that's correct. Um, for RQ3 rather, right? So because they did different damage with the maces for some reason. Um, and so the battle axe doing a D8 plus 2 versus a standard D10 plus his D6 of a damage bonus. Yeah, you're going to do more damage overall with the battle axe than with the mace. But if you're doing special damage with a mace, doing that crush stuff, which I think in RQ2 it was max damage bonus plus damage bonus. RQ3 was probably double damage bonus. Weaken that up. Um, but I still, my impale still do max plus roll. So for a crush, it's max plus roll damage bonus. Good to go. Um, so it makes more sense to use a crushing weapon if you're looking at doing specials with the extra damage bonus. So I went ahead and I flip flopped him. He's got the battle axe as his secondary weapon. He's using the heavy mace. In RQ3, though, the heavy mace and the battle axe do the same damage, a D8 plus 2. Yeah, I've got some issues with that myself. But he's got the bludgeon spell. A bludgeon spell isn't going to do anything to a battle axe. It will to your heavy mace. And even in the write-up, it says the first thing he does is he casts um, Counter Magic 2 and then Bludgeon 2. Oh, the Counter Magic 2 would have... No, I wouldn't apply it because it's not being cast on him. Counter Magic works the spell is being cast on you. It's this spell that affects spells already cast. Okay, so that wouldn't affect anything. But his Bludgeon 2 does, right? Also gives him plus 10, which I forgot to add in. But I forgot to add in the damage. Forgot to write this stuff down. He already cast it. It should be in there. So he's doing his crush damage, which in my Glorantha, I do special damage, special effect. Impales, max plus rolled, plus the weapon's impaled. If you're moving around, you're going to take some damage as you continue to move around. And when you get it pulled out improperly, you're going to take more damage if you can pull that improperly, right? So it's a more damaging kind of situation, right? With a slash, you do double damage, plus you've got this constitution roll. I have no problem with that. It's good to go. With a crushing weapon, you get the bonus damage bonus, but no other effect. Why not? Well, let's do a knockback, an automatic, not automatic, a knockback effect with the crush. And I want to say RQ3 actually had that rule in their thing. I didn't bother looking it up. I just looked up knockback in RQG, and strength plus size against size plus dex. What's the difference? Roll it. You miss, you get knocked back D3 meters. She missed. She got knocked back 3 meters, which would technically add 1 to her strike rank, so she would have gotten to the to hit her attack 1 strike rank later. Whatever. But he did enough damage to her chest to put her at 0. Back to the simultaneous thing, right? This double retcon stuff. Keep track of your people, what they're doing. But I forgot about the Bludgeon 2, which would put 4 more points into her chest, which would have put her unconscious. So she went unconscious, and then, we forgot about doing the slash constitution roll against him, and he missed his roll as well, so he went unconscious. So it's kind of like run up, pash, crash, crush, thump. They both fall to the ground. On the other side of the field, we've got 8 Trollkin and Juchi in the back shooting arrows. and Jarstakos driving up on the chariot, get close to the Trollkin so we can attack him, with Miriam holding on in the back. And following along is Daven, attempting to cast spells like coordination, mobility, no, strength and mobility. He got strength off, and I allow. Well, he's not in melee combat, right? So technically you can go. But rather than doing a full 5 strike rank differences when you're changing spells and stuff, I allow buffing things to just add on. I will use their dex strike rank as the time differential, trying to resync kind of thing, to give some uh, delays involved. And so he's moving up. He gets almost 2 there by the end of the round, but he never got the mobility off. Strength went off right away. The troll. Okay, Jarstakos, 2 horses on his chariot, Miriam in the back, comes riding up on there's like these little hill cliff line kind of things that the Trollkin are all ranged up, slinging at, right? He comes rolling up there, slams on the brakes. He pulls out his bow, I think, or maybe he was doing a disruption. He was doing some kind of attack, right? And Miriam um, slings and is ducking down behind the thing, and then watching Jarstakos. He's shooting over there, jump up, shooting at sling, and duck back down because she doesn't have any armor and doesn't want to get hurt. But he comes rolling up, and all the troll can they all fire at this huge target. Two horses, right? 2 X's each, plus Miriam and Jarstakos. So that's 6 targets, as I would consider it, because you get a plus 5% for each target, right? So each hex occupied. Um, could have thrown the chariot in there, I suppose, but it's not out moving around, right? So random roll. All of them, the first round, end up hitting horse number 2. The first one was an impale to the head. Horse crashes to the ground. Chariot's not going anywhere. And then they pelt at another one in the head, one in the leg, one in the rear quarters, and it goes down to 0. So we have a minor discussion about, is the horse a player character or a non-player character? Because non-player characters die when they hit 0, whereas player characters can go negative their healing rate, right? They're unconscious. What I call it, being in a coma situation, right? Okay, it's unconscious. It's a 0. And the next round, oh, the 2 that got hit earlier from Juchi firing arrows, they book it. Uh, Somehow there was another round going on because the other horse got hit for just 2 points, so it absorbs 1 point of damage. But Miriam got hit. Yeah, another round. All the trolls again at the horse and the horse, the horse and the 2 occupants. And Miriam got an impale to the arm, took her arm all the way down, negative. So she slumps to the ground because they all attacked on strike rank 7. I think it was. That's right, they fired twice around. That's right. 2 and then 7. And the horse got hit. And I think Jarstakos got hit, but it was to the leg, so the armor protected. And I was wrong. He is not a light chariot. He is a 2-wheeled chariot, which does have the 16-point siding, because it holds 3 people, the driver and 2 others. But at the end of the round, everybody sees the troll drop. And so, okay, we're splitting. So all the troll can strike rank run, they're fleeing. So turn and move. No reaction time. They're fleeing. Jarstakos jumps out of the chariot and pursues. Daven tried to cast Hinder, failed. and then pursued. Okay, so Trollkin. And Juchi fires another round into a couple guys and take a couple of them down, or taking one of them down. Two total. Trollkin died. Yeah, Snort fled the first round. Second round, he got shot, went down. Flynn fled the second round, but got hit twice on the way out. Okay. Everybody up into the hills, into the woods, scatter, right? Everybody everywhere. Uh, Den, who I thought was a solo guy, but he's not. He's part of Flynn, Hin, and Zin. Why was he out in front by himself? He should have been in the back with the other guys, so it made more sense. Because after Thin was Gort, Bork, and Tork. So I thought Din was by himself, and then you got this other group and this other group. So I made him the leader, right? So he had called out, converge fire kind of thing. Kill him, kill them. And so that's how the horse got killed. No, not specific, because it was just I just rolled randomly on who they hit. The poor horse. But anyway, so Din takes off, right? So that's who Jarstakos is pinning on, and then David is following Jarstakos. And so we pull out the chase rules again, and I figured out a little bit more on this with the speed differential and the subtractions for their percentage. It's dex times 5, but you get a modifier. If you are slower, then you get a subtraction to your roll. And so we did like 4 or 5 rounds of chasing before they caught up, right? But then if you go into attack and your strike rank is 6 and your movement is 8, you've only got 2 movement to move, which means the Trollkin's movement of 6 is actually 4 more than yours. So you've got a minus 20 to your roll, even though it's like 75. But David eventually he got mobility cast. He cast mobility on himself before he started the chase. So he's moving at 16. Trollkin's moving at 6, so that's a 10 difference. That's minus 50 to his 45. So he caught up really quick. But after they're trying to do aim shots to his leg to take it down, uh, I could have done 12 for the aim shot. I didn't think about really doing that. I just took his weapon strike rank, which was 6, just brought it down to a 10. 6 is 4 difference. That's minus 20 to his 45. So he's got a 25% chance of still making the rolls going. So we're doing these opposed rolls, and if David makes his, whether the others fail or not really, he can still make an attack. Because when he misses his, that he doesn't. So opposed rolls, make your attack miss. Opposed rolls, make your attack miss. Opposed rolls, make your attack miss. Opposed rolls, make your attack hit. So he finally took it out, and he's got strength on, and he's got negate armor on his rapier, so he did enough damage to take the leg down to negative, full negative, so that Trollkin drops ground. They do a quick first aid to make sure he doesn't bleed out kind of thing, tie him up. Take us to your lair. Where's your treasure? And the poor Trollkin, he just speaks dark speech. He doesn't know any trade talk. He's a Trollkin. And so he doesn't know what's going on. And he only had 1 hit point left. But then we remembered it was a slash. Because David doesn't impale with his rapier, he slashes. He's afraid of sticking, I guess. Made the Constitution roll, failed that miserably, so he's unconscious. So they drag him back, get everybody together, and they start talking, trying to interrogate the Dark Troll, or the Trollkin. And it's obvious he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. Okay, is it really worth the party discusses? Is it really worth us to try and pursue this, or just let him go? So they decide, oh, we'll just let him go. And they continue on into Red Bell. Um, so we had 2 Trollkin die, 2 get hurt, 1 severely, and then White Eye got hurt, but he was just unconscious. He KO'd from the slash. So we still have troll bandits at Rainbow Mount. Rainbow Mount? Rainbow Hills? Whatever it's called. Anyway, so the party heads on to Red Bell, not Red Bell, the other one. Where's my map? Where's my map? Ugh. Red Bird, and Famous Bell. Now the party did one of the GM scenarios where they went to Red Bell, and saved the town from the lunar spirit. So they've done things in Red Bell. They're known in Red Bell, and in fact, Red Bell is part of a clan that is south of there, which includes the Rat Dog Valley. And I tried real quick to see there should be something in the guide about Red Bell, right? And about uh, or Red Bird, sorry, Red Bird and Famous Bell. I was trying to figure out if there's a differentiation between the two. And in one of the maps, it shows the two clans that were lost from the Kalimar tribe, the Lysing and Nemolding. And it's the Nemolding clan that, because Queen Laika's guys saved them from the lunar spirit, helped rescue what's going on. And in fact, they saved some ducks down the Rat Dog Valley from evil spirits. So, Queen Laika is taken care of. In the Battle 5 Queens, their queen died. And so they're kind of petitioning. I haven't quite decided if they are, in fact, part of the Kalimar tribe, or if there's going to still be some tug of war between her and Argrath Stooge, well, Stooge placement, that's in charge of the Milani tribe now. So there's some politics that's be going on around here. But the question was, okay, what's Redbird? Is Redbird, the capital of that clan, or is it in a different clan? And it looks like from this other map that they're part of the Lysine clan, so there's an actual separation. So they go to Redbird. Hey, we're Kalimars. We're traveling through Milani lands. We go see the Thane. Hey, we're going out and investigating these hills. Do I know we're here? Make a reaction roll. I rolled poorly. They rolled even poorer. So, uh, um, I guess I could have caused some issues, but essentially he just kind of brushed them off. Whatever, you Kalimar guys, get out of here. So he didn't put them up as way it was way I interpreted the role. He's not taking care of them. Go stay at the inn. So we went through the whole. Okay, how much does food cost? How much does it cost to stay here? Breakfast the next morning. Okay, we're going out into the mountain, the hills, the mountains here, and we need to take some rations with us. Is there any gear we need to get? So I bought some gear. A shovel, a pick, some rope, and then we kind of figured out, rough iron rations kind of stuff. Being, we figured out 5 or was it 7? 7 lunars a week per person. So they got a week worth of food each to take out with them. Um, and then they head north. They're north of the river, so they're heading east. They're kind of figuring if we get north, we get across the river from Famous Bell. Across the river from Famous Bell, and it takes about a day to do that. That's where we'll camp there by the river, try to do some fishing, that kind of thing. And then the next day they'll head up to Lawrence Day's table, because they know it's up there in the what's it called? EJ Hills by Lawrence Day's table. There's also Black Altar. I need to look that up, see what that's all about. But anyway, so roll for encounters, nothing today. That night, yes, there's something that night. And then it was a bunch of stupid things, Hunters are gonna be hunting at night. Ducks are gonna be moving around at night. Looks like hunting somebody maybe, and they're way too far from the marsh. Um, and it was hunters again, and then finally Brew. Okay, Brew moving around night. Brew are going to attack. So okay, how are we going to do our night watch kind of stuff? We need to get about 8 hours of sleep, but there's technically there's 7 of them, so it's like 3 hour blocks of watch, right? So 3 hours plus 8 is 11. We made roughly 12. So we kind of spread it out into three-hour blocks for each of them. Yeah, somebody's gonna be in the middle of the night, sleep for 4 hours, get up for three, and then go sleep for four more hours, that kind of thing. It'll be daylight during part of the first watch and part of the last watch. The middle watch is the dead of the night. So I roll to see when these brews show up, and they show up just before dawn. And so we figure, okay, so you had where'd my paper go that had the watches on it? Shoot, a lot. Oh, here it is. Okay, so Jarstakos and Nirvana on the last watch, just before dawn. We'll stop the game here. So that's how we close the session tonight. Holy cow, 25 minutes. Sorry, guys. I get a little long winded, especially when I'm trying to find papers and stuff. But anyway, all in all, that was really good. It would have been better if I would have thought ahead about after this encounter, because our combats generally take a couple sessions. So I didn't figure we'd keep moving. So I could have re-rolled some possible encounters. I could have already looked up Redbird versus Famous Bell and tried to figure something out with what's going on there. Um, but that does kind of prep me for the next session. Obviously, I've got the combat with the brew, but then I know they're going to be going to the large stage table and looking around. I've got to figure out how many rolls do they need to make before they find this place, because we're talking about a burial mound in the middle of the hills, and it's not like there's a neon sign. It's not a tourist trap, that kind of thing. It's just out there. So it's going to take some figuring out on how many successful, or do they need specials, that kind of thing, to actually find this place out here in the wilderness. Happy gaming.